present UQ flood resilience. I, Daksh Maru, along with my colleagues, is going to present. So these are the table of contents. Moving forward, an introduction. India has got 400 rivers, out of which there are 8 major rivers. The region we are focusing on is Maharashtra. Maharashtra is prone to flooding. Mainly, it is due to the heavy rainfall. Floods the most common natural disasters in India. Uh, it's basically flooding occurs basically in Maharashtra due to rivers and dams. Varna River. Varna River is one of the 3 most prominent rivers present in the region. The other 2 are Krishna and Panchganga. The initial flows from northwest to southeast. It originates from a plateau in the Shadri regions, 914 meters above the sea level. It's also an important source of livelihood. Moving further.
Talking about Devwadi, this is a small village settlement on the banks of the Varna River and having a population of 3,100 people with 655 families only. This village is located on the south of Shirara and in the district of Sangli. Next slide. This village has been taken into account as the heavily impacted village, and the cause of flood is none other than the overflooding of the Varna River, which started in the year 1953 and has been happening ever since. And the most impactful years were 2005, 2019, and 2021. In 2021, on the 22nd of July till the 24th of July, there were heavy flooding due to a rainfall which was almost recorded at 350 mm in a single day, and the discharge of the Varna reservoir was almost of 28,000 cubic, and that led to the additional water discharge from the reservoir and the dense waterfall, the dense rainfall, which led to the overflooding of the river. The rainfall in the catchment area was 650 mm in one day, led to the flooding in the area of Devwadi. Next slide, please. Now we'll look at the impacts of the flood. The impacts of the flood affected almost 850 farmers and displaced almost 381 families. This also made a huge financial burden on farmers as they lost their crops due to waterlogging, and people lost their personal belongings and houses and livestock due to the flood water entering their village. The electricity shortage was another big cause of chaos around. Next slide, please. These are the few lifetime images taken by the villagers themselves that show us the waterlogging in the area. Next slide, please. Now we'll look at the government grants and helps that were provided. The government worked relentlessly and provided a allowance of 65 rupees to an adult and 35 rupees to a child during this during the time. They also provided wheat, rice, kerosene, sugar, etc. to the families that were displaced so that there was no food shortage. The government also gave an immediate help of 10,000 rupees to every family that was impacted, and assessment of the damaged crops.
This is the design of a multi-purpose flood-resilient well. We will be building roads on the banks of the river. The road will be spongy in nature and will have filtration layers embedded within them. They'll filter the rainwater and divert it to the well. Secondly, we will also be building a channel connecting the river to the wells. There'll be a turbine embedded inside it. As soon as a certain water level limit is breached on the river, which will be detected by the sensors, the channels will open and water will be directed into the channel. The turbines will be rotated at a high velocity, producing hydroelectric energy during the times of flood as there is power cut in the villages. Also, there will be filters which will purify the water, and fresh water will enter into the well to be used during the times of droughts for the villages.
Well, so in this design, I'm going to show you the RCC design of the well. We have designed this well by using LSM method, in which we have took the data like depth of tank as 10 meter, radius of tank will be 8 meters, and the total volume of tank will be 2010.56 cubic meter. We will be taking a grade of concrete of M40, and the concrete density as 25 kilonewton per cubic meter, and water density as 10 kilonewton per cubic meter. As per the taken data, we will get permissible stresses, bending stresses as 2.4 Newton per mm square, direct stress as 1.8 Newton per mm square, steel stress 130 Newton per mm square, and diameter of steel bar will be 20 mm, and the cover will be taken as 50 mm. By using this data, we will get movement water inside water as 1665 kilonewton meter, and soil outside as 1348.65 kilonewton per meter. As per the moment, we will get the thickness of well as 1.41 meter, and we have calculated the vertical reinforcement. The area will be that is AST will be 3084.38 square mm, through which we will get spacing of 100 mm center to center. And horizontal reinforcement, the area will be 3084.38 square mm, and we will be taking diameter as 12 mm. Further will be continued by my colleague Akshat.
So hello everyone, I would be explaining you to the part of implementable part of our project. So as my colleagues have would already have informed you about the illegal encroachment in the Wadi or the floodplain area around the Varna river. So the structure will prevent that. As far as the estimation of the project goes, we are roughly estimating that the project will cost 12 lakh rupees per tank, and as we will be requiring around 10 wells, therefore our cost will go around 1 crore 20 lakh rupees, or 217,454 Australian dollars. So this will be a cost effective project as well as preventing illegal encroachment. So it's a win-win situation for the authorities. Nilesh, next slide. So the hydroelectric turbine installed in every tank will be producing around 50 megawatt hour, 40 or a or accurately saying 49.2 megawatt hour of electricity per tank, which will be 500 megawatt per hour of electricity at the end of the flash flood in total, which will be enough to power 500 average houses around the river, which means it will be enough to power Devadi as well as at least one or two villages around it. Currently, the government of Maharashtra has allotted 133 crore Indian rupees for Sangli flood relief. And according to news sources, the district administration had claimed damages worth rupees 466 crore only to rebuild roads, rupees 2 crore to restore water supply to affected villages, rupees 34 crore for electricity works. Some funds have been utilized by the administration through district development and planning council, and some works have been carried out through the local body fund. So a solution cost just a fraction of all these relief and will save a lot of money for the authorities. Thank you.